Yo, what is up, guys? X Future here. Today we're back with another Dragon Ball Legends video, and today is going to be another discussion video for you guys. And today's topic, as you can see in the title, is going to be about what will make Dragon Ball Legends a better game, and what improvements can they make to the game to just make it overall more enjoyable and more satisfying for the player base and its community. So first off, we're going to start off with my number one thing that I have a problem with in the game right now, which is input errors and lag. And these are the numbers. These things are just the number one problem I have with the game. Plus the draw hats. I mean, I don't really experience them a lot, but I have experienced them from time to time periodically, and it is really annoying and a waste of time for the players that actually wants to play the game fairly. And also the lag, that also wastes time for the players, because you're sitting here through this match and you're trying to play, but you really can't play, and the other player that's probably most likely either have a bad internet or they are lag switching, and it's really it is even a worse situation when they're lag switching, because that's basically cheating, because it's allowing them to have control over the game and make you drop combo and do all this stuff that will make you lose priority, and that is not a good look for the Legends PvP. So yeah, that's like my number one problem with PvP right now, in Legends as a whole. Number two, well, not number two, but yeah, basically number two. Another thing I have a problem with in Legends right now is the lack of offline content. I mean, I know it's a online based game, but I want more interesting content to come to the game. Like, I don't want to just play PvP all day. That's the only thing that's like I'm going to be doing in the game. I want other things to happen in the game to make it more interesting, to spice the game up. So I saw DBZ Zoom mention a tournament mode, and I really like that idea, and I just completely agree with him on that. A tournament mode would be just extremely awesome in this game, especially in this game, because this game is like, it's like the perfect game for a tournament mode, and I would really love a tournament mode in Dragon Ball Legends. So yeah, and another thing that I had this idea since before Legends even made raids. Like, before they even made raids, I had this idea, and I think it was when they made co-op, and I had this idea. This idea is really cool. Well, in my opinion, it's cool. So what I've been thinking is, what if we had a raid where up to a maximum of 4 characters can, well, not 4 characters, but 4 players can join with each other, and you can invite your friends or whatever, and you fight like this giant boss. Like, you can fight, like, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but maybe they can change the camera angle and make it look like you're fighting that boss or something, but they can do something. I know they can work it out, but I want a raid mode where you're fighting a giant boss, like a Great Ape, Harutagon, or anything like that, and you work together, like all your allies work together, and you fight together to fight this big boss. And after you beat this boss, you get like really good rewards. Maybe like throw in some multi Z power in there, erases like Zenkai souls, and all this crazy stuff, chrono crystals. And if we have that, I feel like that will spice the game up a little bit and have a mode other than PvP to play. And I hope they fix the DCs in the co-op and the raid modes, because that is not fun when someone who wants to play the game is playing and someone just DCs just to troll them or whatever, and that is really a big waste of time. And one of the more annoying factors of the game. Also in Legends, I would like to see more interesting unique abilities and characters in the game, like maybe like a unique ability where, I mean, not a unique, well, it can be a unique, but an animation. Like, what I mean by this is like a animation where like it's like a unique ability, but it's an animation. Or like Super Boo, say it's Super Boo, and like after a certain time, like it's not like a transformation where it's like a main ability, but it's more so a unique ability as a transformation. Like at a certain timer count, like after he gets beaten up really bad, he can like maybe like he can he like it's a cut scene where he like finds Gotenks or whatever and like absorbs him like after a certain timer count with his unique ability and get like huge buff. I mean, now that I think about it, that idea doesn't sound really good. I thought I had a good idea, but it's okay. I guess. But Legends, yeah, they should add more interesting unique abilities in the game because Zenkai's. Oh yeah, we'll get to that in the next one. In the next in our next thing on the list. Yeah, but more interesting characters and unique abilities will be cool. So yeah, I would like to see launch in the game, like more representation for matter of fact, not just for female warriors. I want more representation for other teams in the game because Legends tends to focus on one team. Like after they start working on that team, they just keep constantly keep just providing that team with more buffs and more buffs and more buffs, and it really keeps like a level of balance. Like it's not really keeping a level of balance in the game because that team is just going to be on top and the other team is just going to stay on the lower side of the scale, and that's not really fun for people who wants to play with other teams in the game because those players are limited to only using that team to actually compete in PvP. Next on the list is Zenkai units. My personal problem with Zenkai's is not the fact that the unit is it's not the fact that the unit is coming back into the meta. It's the fact that they make the units too overpowered for. Like, I mean, you can beat the units. Don't get me wrong. They're not just borderline unbeatable. You can Ryzen rush them. But my problem with Zenkai units is that they are old units, and it's cool to see old units back in the meta, but I don't think they should be this overpowered. I mean, there are some not YouTubers, but there are some Zenkai units that's done right. Like, for example, Red Zenkai 7 Trunk. He's the definition of a Zenkai done right and not too broken. And also Bardock, SSJ Bardock, is a perfect example of a Zenkai that's done right. They compete in the meta and they do the damage and they can tank pretty well against today's units, but they are not just borderline broken like Gohan and Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Zenkai 18. I mean, the problem with Zenkai 18 was she is not as problematic as Gohan is, because for the simple fact that a good red can obliterate 18 if they get a combo off her. She's not the tankiest unit in the game, but when you're looking at a unit like Gohan, he is able to just obliterate your team and tank at the same time. So there's just no weakness to this guy. Like he tanks, he has type neutrality with his main ability. He heals to damn near full HP, and that is something that is going to be a problem for a while, and I don't think Legends can fix that unless they nerf the unit. But lately in PvP, I tend to find matches where I go up against this character, but I most of the time I win because of the units that I'm using, because The only really good team that I have that can actually just fight off Sun Family and hybrids is my Super Saiyans team, and that features Bardock, Vegeta, and well, not a Super Saiyans team. It's more so a Saiyans team slash Super Saiyans. It's Bardock, Gogeta, and Ultra Instinct Goku. Those three can fight off Sun Family, because Bardock, he destroys Gohan if he get a combo off him. But the thing is, Gohan can destroy him just by, because when Gohan pops that man to get his type neutrality, he's able to just one combo Bardock, which is pretty insane. But yeah, that was pretty much my only problem with Legends as of now. I have more ideas, but I'm going to save that for another video, for a part 2 of this video later on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I would like to see more. Oh yeah, one more thing, I would like to see more buffs for teams like GT as well, because GT hasn't had a buff, I believe, since the 2nd anniversary, and that was months ago, and that's not really fair for that team at all. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. It's signing off, and peace.